Well, hello everyone. I'm Colleen Samuels, Interim Executive Director for DRMAC, and I'm excited to welcome you to our annual Transportation Options Meeting. Today we have a couple of different speakers who will be presenting, and sharing transportation options in our community. We're going to start with some housekeeping items, do introductions and updates, and hear from a few community partners, and close out with an exciting DRMAC app demo from Stephanie. But first, Stephanie is going to get us started with some housekeeping. Stephanie?
All right, thanks, Colleen. So I'm just going to go over some Zoom functions that we've done in past meetings, just to make sure that we're all on the same page and know where to locate certain things if needed. So to mute and unmute yourself, you can click on the microphone button in the bottom left-hand corner of your Zoom window. Just to the right of that, you'll find the camera button, which will allow you to turn your camera on and off. If you would like to access the chat to ask a question or leave a comment, you can click on the speech bubble icon, which is located in the bottom middle of your Zoom window. And lastly, if you would like to use the raise your hand function, you can click on that smiley face icon in the bottom right-hand corner. We will have everyone muted unless called upon, or if you have questions, just to keep everything organized. So please, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and put your name and organization in the chat. This just helps us keep track of who's here. And you can also use the raise your hand function to be called on if needed. So as many of you know, we have a bunch of transportation resources in our community, and we're excited to learn more about a couple of them today. So we have two presenters, Carly Marquis from Cultivate and Tina Whitby from Castle Rock Senior Activity Center. So each presenter will present, and then we will open up the floor for questions after each presentation. And then we will wrap up the meeting with an exciting DRMAC update from myself. But before we get into that, as usual, we would like to give everyone 1 to 2 minutes just to unmute, say your name and organization, and just introduce yourself. So I'll call everyone by name, but if I miss anyone, Latoya will let me know. So I'm going to go down my list here, and first up I have Candace Moon.
Hi, so Candace Moon, City of Centennial Council Member, District 1.
Hi Candace, thanks for joining.
Okay.
Next is Allison Cutting.
Allison Cutting, and I'm with Douglas County, Colorado.
Thanks, Allison. Next is Ann Foster.
Oops, I'm trying. Hi, I'm Ann Foster. I'm the ADA coordinator for City of Arvada.
Thanks for joining, Ann. Next, I have Anna Bovio.
Yep. Hi, my name is Anna Bovio, and I'm with Kavote Senior Life.
Thanks for joining. Carly Marquis, I know you're presenting, but.
Hi, I'm Carly Marquis. I'm the Director of Volunteers with Cultivate in Boulder County.
Thanks, Carly. Devin Mason.
Hi, yes, Devin Mason from the City and County of Denver. I am an associate city planner with the Department of Transportation and Infrastructure, and I am essentially the city's employee TDM coordinator.
Awesome, thanks, Devin. Joy Backham? I'm pronouncing that right?
It's Backham. It's okay. I am Joy Backham, and I'm with Northwest Colorado Center for Independence, and I'm the transportation coordinator.
Thanks, Joy. Melanie Ward.
Hello, I am Melanie Ward with the City of Centennial.
Awesome, thanks, Melanie. Olga Garcia. All right. Olga, if you If you're able to, you can unmute and introduce yourself. If not, I'll try to come back. Let's see, I have Tina Whitby.
Hi, I'm Tina. Our connection's not really well, so I'm not quite hearing everybody. Is everyone else being able to hear everybody?
I've been able to hear folks.
Perfect. Okay, thank you.
Sorry about that.
I'm with the Castle Rock Senior Activity Center. Sorry about that. Thank you.
No, that's okay. I'm sorry. Technology is being difficult. Virginia Bryan.
I'm Virginia Bryan. I'm the outreach specialist with Cultivate in Boulder County.
Awesome. Thanks, Virginia. Looks like there is a call-in user. If whoever called in, if you want to go ahead and unmute yourself, just introduce yourself. Please do.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hi, yes, is this Dr. Gross?
Yes. Good afternoon.
Hi.
Sorry I couldn't join you yesterday, but the doctors, I'm afraid, take precedence in my case. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay. I'm glad you're able to join today. Welcome in.
And just while I have it on my mind, I was going to pass this on yesterday. The situation at the elevator at the Englewood Light Rail and Bus Station is that something is supposed to be happening. That's the official word. But on-site inspections, including the most recent one yesterday around lunchtime, show absolutely no sign of any activity at all. So I guess that's not good news, but that is the news. I'm supposed to get some kind of an official update tomorrow, but I don't expect it's going to be anything particularly exciting. And still no answer as to exactly what the holdup is.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for passing that on. For anyone who's missing the context, there's an elevator at an Englewood station that's been out of service for a while, and we've just been following it in our transit advocate task force meeting. So we're just keeping tabs on it. So thank you, Dr. Gross, for passing that along. I appreciate it. Let's see. Olga Garcia, it looks like you joined again.
Yeah. Can you hear me now? Sorry.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm Olga Garcia with the Denver Office on Aging and the program called Denver Connect.
Awesome. Thank you for joining. And then I believe it is just Bob Epstein.
Epstein, Vice Chair, Dr. Mack, also with the Colorado Center for Aging and the United Veterans Committee, and about 15 others.
Okay, thanks, Bob. It's a little broken up, but I think I got most of that. Thank you. All right, let me just double check to make sure I got everyone. Looks like I did. So with that, I am going to pass the virtual microphone to the DRMAC staff to see if there are any updates over here on our end. So Latoya is going to start with that.
Thanks, Stephanie. So I am Latoya. For those who don't know, I'm the program manager currently for the Getting Their Travel Training program. I am also working with some recruiting volunteers. So we are still doing the in-person trainings for the graduation trips and everything like that right now. But I'm also, like I said, starting to work on some recruiting volunteers. So far we've doubled our network outreach with that and have had numbers of folks reaching out to us already. So that's great news. But if you know anybody who may be interested in volunteering with the wonderful Dr. Mack, please reach out to me. I'll leave my information in the Dropbox. chat. So if you want to know more, please reach out to me as well. I'll give you all the details on that. And that is it. Stephanie?
Awesome. Thanks, Latoya. Hi, everyone again. I'm Stephanie O'Neill. I'm the program manager of special projects here at DRMAC. I just wanted to share that we are still doing virtual travel training sessions. So please sign up for those. Exciting things to come in the future with that. But the main thing that I want to talk about, and I'll be doing a demo of this later, is we recently, just last week, launched a new update for our Getting There app. So we have some more resources in there that I'll talk about shortly. But yeah, just do our travel training and stay tuned for some exciting things with the app. Lauren, what you got?
Yeah, hi everybody. My name is Lauren Kurtz, and I am the Marketing and Outreach Coordinator here at DRMAC. Our travel training team recently sent out a short survey to gather the feedback from our lovely community about our current Getting There travel training program model. And we received about 30 responses. So thank you to everyone who took the time to complete that survey. We always really value the input from our community. And our team reviewed the responses, and we're now working to incorporate the feedback that we received to improve our program. So thank you again to everybody who helped us with that survey. Lastly, over the past month, we've attended a couple of resource fairs, and we're always looking for ways to get into the community. So with that being said, please don't hesitate to reach out to me or Diana with any upcoming events. Now over to you, Diana.
Hi, everyone. My name is Diana Castro, and I am the Operations and Outreach Coordinator. Our DRMAC membership campaign has kicked off, and we want to thank the new 2023 members for their support of DRMAC. Anyone can become a member of DRMAC. We have 3 tiers of membership. There is the business membership, which is a $500, organization, which is $100, and individual, which is $25. If you become a member by October 31st of this year, everyone will be entered in a virtual raffle. Well, we'll be doing it live. It's a live raffle at our next meeting for a $50 Visa gift card. So that's very exciting for us. Other benefits of becoming a DRMAC membership is our memberships are tax deductible. We are doing spotlights depending on what membership level. So please reach out to me if you have any questions. We cannot do what we do without the support of our community. We are very thankful, and thank you for being here. Tracy?
Good afternoon, everyone. I am the INA Administrative Assistant, and in most cases, the wonderful voice behind the INA line. So please do not hesitate to reach me there or share that information with others to contact me for the Getting There guide or any other information that they may need regarding the INA line. That number is 303-243-3113. Thank you. And I think I'm going to Lauren.
Yep. Thank you, Tracy. All right, thanks everyone for the updates. And as always, we have a lot of really great stuff happening at DRMAC, so don't hesitate to reach out to any of us to learn more about the things that we have going on. So we are now going to transition to hear from our wonderful guest speakers for today. So I want to give a warm welcome to our first speaker, Carly Marquis from Cultivate. And the floor is all yours, Carly.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much for having us here. We're an incredible, we think DRMAC is absolutely incredible. We're really glad to be here and getting to share kind of what we do, but more importantly, the transportation component of what we do. So I'm going to start with just what Cultivate is in general, and then I'm going to hone in on our transportation program. So we are a nonprofit. We serve Boulder and Broomfield counties, and we serve anybody 60 years of age and better. We don't have any other requirements for most of our programs. There's no income requirements or disability requirements to participate, and all of our programs are free and provided by volunteers. Our other non-transportation programs include grocery shopping and delivery, minor home repairs like grab bar installation to reduce falls, yard work and snow removal. But our transportation program is called Vets Go. And that is our only program that does have a specific requirement to participate. It does need to be that the client who participates is 60 years of age or better, and also a veteran or a direct family member of a veteran. And for us, that means anybody whose parent, child, or spouse was or is a veteran or is actively serving. We also don't require proof of that, so they don't have to have any sort of discharge papers available. Questions I get asked frequently are, deceased parents, ex-husbands, anything like that. Yes, that absolutely counts. So if they served in the military in any way, you just report that and you're eligible for the program. And this program is specifically to give our clients rides to medical appointments. We will go anywhere in county, but we also go out of county, including to the VA facilities in Aurora, Golden, Fort Collins. We have gone to Cheyenne and their other satellite offices. So we are willing to take people there. All of the rides are given by our volunteers. All of our volunteers are background checked and covered by supplemental liability insurance while they volunteer. They do take their own vehicles and they are reimbursed for their mileage for all of those rides. And we'll do anything. We'll take people anywhere as long as it's a medical appointment. So some questions I frequently get asked, of course, we'll take them to any medical facility. But for example, some of the senior centers might have counselors or therapists who come in to do sessions there. That is a medical professional. So yes, we can take you to that. So anything has to do with that, we can take you anywhere. We do take regular rides as well as if someone needs it temporarily. We often get people who come after, say, knee replacement surgery or something like that, and they need to go to their doctor's appointments or physical therapy appointments. But we also have clients who go to dialysis 3 times a week, and we take them there multiple times. And we do have a system where we put priority rides like dialysis, which is a life-saving treatment, up at the top so that we can get volunteers for those programs. But basically that's how our service runs. We are not an emergency service, so we do require 7 days notice for rides. With doctor's appointments, that shouldn't be a problem. And so we have enough time to get a volunteer available for that ride. And we do it year round. Nothing really stops us. The weather is really the biggest thing I say. We're getting into the cooler months. But generally, we've also found that the doctor's offices will cancel based on weather before we do, to try to protect their staff and their clients as well. So that is the structure of our transportation program. Again, it's only in Boulder and Broomfield counties that we do provide it currently. However, our volunteers come from all over, not just our counties. So I think I went a little bit faster than the time that I was given, but that's really what our program is in a nutshell. It can't be done without our volunteers and support from our community. And again, it is completely free. None of this is charged to the clients in any way. Thank you.
Carly, I have a question.
Yeah.
You may have said this already, but you do trips to the VA though?
Yes, we will do trips to the VA. Those are harder for us to fulfill just because volunteers, it's generally a half day to get them there. But we do have, we will take them to any of the VA facilities and try our hardest to get volunteers to fulfill those rides.
So if they called and said, I need a ride, and you were able to fulfill it to get there, they wouldn't really necessarily have that way back, or they would wait there, or how would that work?
Oh, they wait there. Yeah. So it is a round trip. The only time we don't do round trips are if the client doesn't need it. So we'll have a client who says, my son can take me to my doctor's appointment on his way to work, but I have no way to get home. We'll do that. Or with the dialysis rides, we tend to split those in 2 because those are 4-hour appointments that tend to be local. So our volunteers can easily just take someone there and another volunteer will come to pick them up. Any other questions?
You may have said this, sorry if you're repeating this, but are there core hours? Do you guys have like core operation hours, or is it 24 hours?
Yeah, so our office operates 8 to 4 Monday through Friday. However, our rides exist outside those hours. So again, dialysis, oftentimes those people will be dropped off at 6:30, we'll do those rides. That's absolutely fine. And we do monitor our calls to try to make sure we can catch anybody who says maybe they need to cancel or there's some issue. But we're not a 24-hour service, but we do monitor and we can take any ride. And it's generally Monday through Friday. I don't know if any doctor's office will take weekend calls, but
Okay,
yeah.
great. Thank you.
Thanks for the questions, guys. If there are any other questions, now is the time to ask them.
And I've also dropped my email into the chat. And I don't know if you're sharing that after this as well. So if anyone ever has any questions that come up later, feel free to reach out to me or to just look at our website and hopefully we can answer any questions anyone has.
All right. Well, if we don't have any other questions for Carly right now, we will circle back later in the meeting. So if you think of any or you didn't ask them now, you'll have another opportunity to ask them. So thank you so much, Carly, for being here and for presenting today. All right. So next up, we have Tina Whitby from the Castle Rock Senior Activity Center. So Tina, the floor is all yours.
Thank you. Start shooting well. Okay, I'm going to try this once more. No, that's it. Thank you for your patience. I'm Tina with the Castle Rock Senior Center. I want to thank you all for letting us join in today and let other people know about the Castle Rock Senior Center and our transportation department. It's one of our departments that we have here. Did the screen come up okay?
Yep, I can see it.
Let me see if I can get this going though. Our service for seniors and adults with disabilities, we operate Monday through Friday from approximately 8:30 to 3:30 p.m. All of our drivers are volunteers. They usually run, if it's on the shuttle service, we do a service with drop-offs and pickups every half hour. And so we continuously are moving all day long with 3 to 4 drivers per day. And then we do also special drivers where they do the one-on-ones and go outside of the Castle Rock area. Our fleet of vehicles includes 3 sedans, 1 SUV, 2 7-passenger minivans, 2 wheelchair accessible vehicles, and 3 14-passenger buses for activities. Our volunteer drivers do get to use our vehicles, and that way they are insured through us and as well as the passenger. All of our, there we go. All of our vehicles are driven and trained by our volunteers who have been screened. Some volunteers to be able to help out with so many rides that we do. Clients are driven to medical appointments, grocery stores, and other places throughout designated boundaries in our area and in the vehicles that are owned by the center. Individual special rides for medical appointments can also be made to facilities in the Denver metro area or Colorado Springs at least a week's notice. And then we'll have a one-on-one driver for that, where they wait in the area till their appointment is complete for their ride home. Registered riders must be able to transfer in and out of our vehicles independently. They are also expected to exit their destination with no assistance and call the center for their return ride. We do riders or clients that are a little bit more, have a little more accessibility. And we also have some other services in town that can handle people that need a little bit extra help. So they do one-on-one rides, we do the shuttle service. So that way we're working together in the Castle Rock area, and we're being able to get so many clients out each day. So it really, really works well. Just want to show you our shuttle rides, our comparison from 21 to 22. You can see September, this last month, we really hit a high peak of just being really busy with rides. We've grown every month comparing to 21. 21, we were still not open to the public. We were still doing our shuttle service. And then we opened our doors back up as a senior center in August of 21. But you can see the difference between being open, COVID restrictions lowered, the rides just blossomed. So we were able to help quite a few of our clients. This is some numbers I thought maybe people might be interested in. These are our pre-COVID rides, which were pretty good. And then during COVID, the darker blue, and then our current, our post. And so this is per month. Other things that we do here at the Castle Rock Senior Activity Center, we have activities and trips. We have an outgoing. We have a lot of socialization opportunities and people making great friendships. We have wellness programs, of course, the transportation service, and our motto, loving life in the second half, as well as nutrition services. We are the congregate meal site for Meals on Wheels and for VOA Services, Volunteers of America Hot Lunch Program here at the center, and for clients in the area that cannot travel here and are housebound. Just a lot of fun that we have around. Some of our daily activities, games, crafts, bus rides, and we even go out and do rafting trips. We have bucket lists. We've done a lot of things. I don't know if you could see it, but our whitewater rafting was great. We have a lot of fun around here. Our older adults are back and active. We have over 1,100 members. 150 plus monthly activities are offered, and over 400 participants each month. And this is the staff that does it all. There are just a few of us, but we get the job done. We work together great, and we love our jobs. So we're here to help out. Thank you for your time. And does anyone have any questions for me?
I do. How many people fit in the shuttle?
Well, we have during COVID, we were only allowed one client with one rider. Now that those restrictions have been lifted, we don't do over 3 clients in our minivans with one driver. And in our sedans, we don't do more than 2 at a time. And they've all been asked if they don't mind sharing.
I see Candace Moon.
Yeah. Yes, I do. Thank you. Thanks for your presentation. This is quite interesting. Curious, how did you fund this program?
We are nonprofit. So the transportation program itself is through a couple different grants that we do receive yearly.
And are your staff paid?
Yes, we are all paid.
Except for the volunteer drivers.
Right. And we have currently around 60 volunteer drivers. Doesn't mean they're always available all the time. Most of them are seniors that are retired, and they'll go on vacation for a month at a time. So we try to keep a lot of seniors available for all of our rides. They are volunteers.
Just one more question.
Of course.
How much does it cost on a yearly basis for you to do this program?
The transportation program, I'm not sure of all of our costs right off the bat with, I should have looked that up. Besides our grants, clients, if they wish, we never ask for a donation, but they do donate. We have members through the Castle Rock Senior Center that also donate in behalf of keeping the transportation services up and running. And then we do have our grantors.
All right, thank you.
Sorry, I couldn't answer that one precisely.
Okay.
And it looks like Mallory also has a question.
Hi, thank you for this information. It's great to learn. I just have a couple quick questions, and I'm sorry if you said this earlier, but is all scheduling done over the phone, or can they schedule anything online?
We don't do anything online currently. Most of our riders are more challenged with the computer. So most everything is done over the phone with scheduling. We do, of course, having a full center, we have probably half and half. We have members that are ready for us to use computers, but we have that other half that don't. So we're going to honor them and stay out of the computers right now.
Understandable, yes. And then for the specialty trips where folks can go to like the Springs or Denver Metro, is that also limited? Like, does their trip have to be over by 3 p.m.? Or how does that work?
So when we do a special, it's always a medical special that goes out of the area. They have anywhere between that 8:30 and we ask about 2 o'clock in the afternoon to schedule their appointment. That way our volunteer driver is back before we close. That's the huge thing, because we can't just leave, you know, the car and all the equipment out there. So that's why we have to have a back end on that.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Great questions. Does anybody have any other questions for Tina?
I don't have a question, but I love your slogan. That's very
We do too. It's fun. We do love life in the second half, and a lot of us are there. I know I am, so I enjoy it. Thank you very much. We appreciate being able to join in today.
Yeah, thank you, Tina. Thanks for being here. And again, if anyone thinks of any other questions, we'll have another opportunity to allow them to answer. All right. So thank you again to all of our wonderful speakers today. That was a lot of really great information. I know that I learned a lot. And if we don't have any other questions right now, we're going to move on to our final presentation of the day. So over the past few months, Stephanie has been working hard to improve our DRMAC app, and we are excited to announce that the new and improved version is finally live. So I'm going to pass the floor back to Stephanie so that she can share the updates with you all. So Steph, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thanks, Lauren. Yeah, like Lauren said, I've been working on expanding our app to include more resources, specifically housing and food assistance resources in there. So some of you may already be familiar with our DRMAC Getting There app, but in case anyone isn't or just would like a refresher, I'm just going to do a quick walkthrough of our app and show you how it works and where to access those resources. So before I get into that, if anyone is interested in downloading the app, you don't have to. I'm going to walk through the app in just a moment here, so feel free to just sit back and watch. But if you're interested in downloading the app, You can either take out your smartphone on your camera and scan that QR code. If you just hold your camera over that QR code, it will pop up with a little button that you can press and it will download the app for you, or you can go to gettingtheirguide.com on your computer. That's where I'll be heading in a second here. But yeah, I'll leave that up for a second here while I get this situated. If anyone wants to follow along, but again, you do not have to. Okay, so this is what the app looks like. I'm on my computer, but it will look the same on your phone. But I'm just at gettingtheirguide.com. And when I get to that homepage, this is what it's looked like for a while. It'll say you can find transit providers, and then it says you can fill out as little or as much as information as you'd like. I will say that the more information you fill out, the less results you'll get, just because you won't be getting a list of 50 different transportation providers that don't necessarily fit what you're looking for. You'd only be getting about like 5 or 6 that are specific towards what you're looking for. So the function for the transportation providers, finding those resources, just quickly walking through, going down the list here on the page. The first thing that it asks you for is your starting address. So this is wherever point A is, and the point A to point B. So this could be your house, a recreation center, doctor's office, wherever you're starting your ride from. So for this example, I'll put in Union Station. So as I'm typing in Union Station, you can see that it's auto-populating, trying to figure out where I am. So I'm just going to click on Union Station here. And then the text box just below that is my ending address. This is wherever I'm going. Again, it could be really anywhere. So I'm going to type in, let's go to Safeway. Click on the first Safeway option that pops up. Again, I could type in, my friend's house or my address or wherever, but we're going to go to Safeway for this example. The next thing that it asks you for is your age range. There's a drop-down menu. If you just click on that box just below where it says your age range, you'll have these options: under 50, 50 to 59, 60 to 64, and 65 and over. Again, as we just saw with our 2 presentations, some transportation providers do have age requirements. So that's just a way that we filter out the resources. So I'm going to say for this example that I'm 65 and over. Scrolling down here, we have 2 checkboxes. One of them asks if you're a veteran, and then one asks if you've qualified for Medicaid services. Again, this is just because some transportation providers specifically serve these groups. So you can check the boxes if they apply to you. If they don't, you can leave them blank. The next thing that it asks you for is the purpose of your ride. So there's a drop-down menu just below that text. And you can choose from airport, cancer-related medical appointment, maybe you're getting a procedure done where you'll receive sedation, or other would include anything that's not listed here. So the grocery store, your friend's house, recreation center, anything like that. So I'm going to click on other just because in this example, I'm going to Safeway. And then the very last thing towards the bottom of the page that it asks you for is if you'd like any accommodations for the ride. So here we have curb to curb service, door to door service, stretcher, a wheelchair accessible vehicle, or both a wheelchair accessible vehicle and stretcher. And you can sort of check all that apply. You can check 2 or 3 or none, whatever you'd like. And then once you fill out all this information, in the bottom left-hand corner of the page, you're going to click on that blue search button. And then you'll get this page where you have the transit providers that are filtered out based on the information that you put in. So here it looks like we have 5 of them. I can click through each of them and look at the information. So just clicking on Hop, Skip, Drive, for example, there's some information at the top just about what they do, their latest information. Scrolling down, there's information about the route type. So it's by appointment. So I know that I have to call ahead of time and make that appointment. If I want to check out their website, I can click right on that link. There's a blue hyperlink right there. If I was on my phone, I could click on this phone number just below where the website is. Since I'm on my computer, I can't make a phone call, but you could do it if you're on your phone on the app. And then we just have some more information about the cost to ride and hours of service, and if there are any advanced scheduling details, they'd be here. So, and then if you decide that you want to go back and look at that list again, you could click in the bottom left-hand corner, that back button. It'll bring you right back to this list. And then if you decide that you just want to do a completely new search, bottom left-hand corner, click that search again button, and it will bring you right back to the homepage, and you can start a new search. So as far as finding transportation providers goes, that's pretty much all there is to it. We tried to make it as straightforward as possible. It looks the same if you used the app before. We didn't change anything with that. The new update is, you might have noticed, there's a green bar across the top of the screen here that says new find housing and food assistance providers, and there's a button to the right of that says click here. So I'm going to click here, and you'll get this page where you can access a list of housing assistance providers and food assistance providers. Right now, these are the only two types of resources that we have in here, just because we only have the capacity to build so much, as you know, we have so many other programs going on. So we'll see in the future if this list grows, but for now, this is what we have. So if I click on housing assistance providers, we get 5 of them, and it looks the same as the transportation providers. So you can click through each one. So I'll click on the Bridge House Ready to Work program. Again, you get some information about what it is, some more information. You have to be 21 years or older. There's multiple service areas, so it's in Boulder and Aurora, their phone numbers, the addresses, and then their website. And if they had a phone number, it would be down here, but that phone number is up in the service area because there's 2 locations. So the format is the same as the transportation providers. You can click that back button in the bottom left-hand corner and just kind of click through and check it out and see what's listed there. And then same with the food assistance as well. It's all the same layout and whatnot. So yeah, that's our new update. Like I said, you know, it's a small database, but it's a start, and we recognized over the last couple years that folks who call our information assistance line are sometimes looking for more additional resources. So we want to kind of put this in a place where if anyone's looking for transportation resources, they can also check these out. So yeah, anyone have any questions about the app and what's in it or how it works or anything like that?
No, but I do have a comment real quick. Even me, I have the app open, and right on the top of it, so there's your search boxes, but right on the top of it is that link right away. So I think that's really nice to be able to just, click that option and switch right over to it and see. So even on your app, it works very similar, and I really like that.
Yeah. We the great thing about having the way that the database is set up is it is very reflective of the website and the app are the exact same. So yeah, and you can also access the new information by clicking at the top right in that menu where it says click for more info. You can also access it there. But yeah, that the big green banner is up top for ease of access. Candace.
Yeah, this is kind of cool and neat. Thank you for showing it. Are you finding people are actually using this app now? Is it?
Yeah. Part of what last year, part of what I was doing app demos for different organizations and community groups and healthcare providers and just, really anyone. And I think from doing that, I have encountered some folks even past when I don't really do as many app demos as I used to, but I've encountered folks who, are familiar with the app or have shown maybe, clients or, things like that, family members and friends about the app, and gotten a lot of feedback from a lot of different folks. So yeah, I've definitely noticed that people are using the app.
And they're finding it easy to use?
Yeah, we definitely, it was definitely a trial and error when we first put out the last update. There were a lot of bugs to work through, but we've gotten a lot of good feedback and to kind of tweak those things. And yeah, it's gotten a lot of feedback that it's straightforward, and there's not, there's no login required. You don't have to worry about a password and a username, and it's a really simple interface. Yeah.
Okay, and so since there's no password or anything, how is their information protected?
So our web developer, I don't know what the process, like I don't do software development, so I'm not entirely sure. I don't think I can give you a technical answer, but I just know that we don't like store the information anywhere. It just uses, it's kind of like, it's almost like using like Google Maps or your phone app to just get that like GPS location and kind of get you from point A to point B, and then it pulls from our database, which is sorted by county with our transportation providers. So it's kind of just, it's as if you were, to call us and say that you needed a ride, and we looked through our own database. So I don't know the specifics to answer your question, but I know that I can't access the information, so we don't store it anywhere.
Okay, it's just a concern because, we're dealing with people who are at a disadvantage anyway. And so generally when they get a response back, say from Skip to Hop or Go Grandparent, Go Grandparent, for instance, if that's their preferred person to transport, do they keep their information on hand or?
Yeah, so that would be up to the transportation provider. I guess everyone does it differently. The purpose of the app and, like our Getting There guide and the other resources we have is just kind of present the information to folks, and then it's up to them from there to then call the transportation provider. And then I don't know, I'm assuming that they would have some sort of database where they have them as a registered rider and things like that, and they have certain pieces of information, but we don't have that. We're kind of giving them, their phone number and their website and things like that. We don't take any information from the riders themselves.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Diana.
Sorry, I have to unmute. So with this website, when you click on, with the new app, when you click on those links, do they take you straight to their websites, or is everything done on this app?
Yeah, so let's go to a little help here. So yeah, when you click on the website, it will take you directly to their webpage. And then from there, this is all on theirs. Yeah, does that answer your question?
Yeah, and so is that how Dr. Mac doesn't store data then, since it, once you found the resource, it goes directly to the actual resource?
Yeah. So anything that you would like, if you were to call them or if you were to like contact them on their website, we don't get any of that information. That's all beyond our scope of what we do. So, yeah.
And then does Dr. Mac have with our app, does Dr. Mac have to have HIPAA privacy on there?
Yeah, so yes, a lot of the information that we do at least collect from our INA line is protected. And again, because we don't store any information from the app, it's not really like an issue. So yeah, I don't have a direct answer. But yes, we don't, all the information that we have which is not much, is protected.
Yeah, and the thing is that, with our app, because we don't ask for names, it's kind of more of a general, that's kind of the whole thing about the age range, right? It's so that we can collect the least amount of information, but to be able to target our, our community as much as possible.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Steph.
Yeah. Anyone have any other questions before I pass it back?
I want to just share too along those lines, Steph, that Dr. Mack never will share anyone's information. So we take the basics, only what's needed in order to make a referral, but it's not stored or will it ever be shared as part of the HIPAA Privacy Act. If that answers your question.
Yeah, no, yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. Cool. Yeah, any other questions? All right, then I will pass it back to Diana and, well, I guess Lauren.
Thanks, Steph. I'm so excited that the Dr. Mac app is able to provide additional resources now. I think it's going to be an awesome tool for our community. So thank you for that and for doing a quick app demo for us. And thank you to both of our other presenters today. We really appreciated having you here and sharing with us. And that brings our meeting just about to an end. But before we wrap up, I just want to open the floor up one more time for any additional questions or comments. So if you have a question for any of the Dr. Mac staff or any of the speakers, you can unmute, use the raise your hand function, or type the question in the chat. All right. Oh. All right, so I think we are going to move on if we don't have any questions. So I am going to pass it off to Colleen to wrap us up for the day. Colleen?
All right, that was a lot of good information. I agree, Tracy. Thanks, Lauren. And that's all we have for you today. So we're going to end the meeting. I want to thank you all again for your continued support of Dr. Mac, and a special thank you to our presenters today. We're looking forward to seeing you all at our next Dr. Mac members meeting next month on Tuesday, November 1st. Don't forget to become a Dr. Mac member by October 31st to be entered into the drawing to win a $50 Visa gift card. The drawing will take place during the meeting, so you don't want to miss it. Thank you all, and we will see you next month.